Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We're back in our Republic. Our 10 pop challenge completed. We went from 10 migrants to 1,000 citizens. It was a long path, took us 22 years, and we still have some unfinished business. Basically, what I want to do is finish the construction of the rail line to the west so that we can export lumber to the west and also run the train to the border. The longest construction task will probably be the bridge construction. It will take the most money to actually build that, but hopefully we can afford it. Money's looking relatively good for us, and since we have to place the brick pillars first, we can probably save some money up before we actually get to the steel part, which will cost us a lot of money. Other than that, we are also expanding our housing area well, it's quite a lot of housing. The housing plant is basically going to more than triple our population. Would it be more feasible to make it out of prefab panels, the bridge? I don't know if there's a steel bridge out of prefab panels. I think all of them have steel in it. I built a truss bridge. I think all of them are mostly made out of steel. More or less. Yep, only the road can be made out of prefab. Yep, that's true. So yeah, this will have to be built out of steel, more partially. But the rest, we put in some nice cuts into the terrain to try and keep the elevation of the rail track mostly even, sometimes removing a lot of mountain in the process. Or, well, some larger hills. But yeah, I want to see how that looks like if you run it by train. The large track cuts might be a bit too much, but we're gonna see how it looks like. And yeah, that's going to be the extra goal for this, I guess. I kind of want to play some more Workers and Resources, and it seems like that this is a nice addition. I think the housing is probably overkill. We can basically move all of the people that we have in our 5 houses into these 3 and have like almost 40% more space left over. We could basically redesign the whole area. Get rid of the brick buildings and replace them with prefab ones. We'll see. Hopefully we won't run into any capacity issues. We still have another grocer in the area. That we can turn on. We have capacity issues with our shopping center. But I believe we have enough capacity as is. Health is very good. Happiness is decent. No problems right now. I think we have no research. Oh yeah, we have. Okay, yeah, the fire prevention research is ongoing, but that one is very slow. But we have no research that we want right now at a very fast rate. I guess we could take a look at the geological map to see if anything is nearby that we would want to extract, but yeah, I think we have enough income sources as is, and we're fine. Profit in US currency went up to back to 4,000. Not bad. I really need to find a design of buildings that looks a little bit more appealing. I think these ones don't lend themselves to that, being built so close together. It's probably like a tornado happening in between the buildings, the way they are built. But yeah, I might demolish all of the old housing and replace it with better ones. Maybe even a larger kindergarten. that could be needed for all of this. That might have to happen. This is the medium-sized kindergarten still, but it might not be large enough. We'll have to see. I guess an extra kindergarten would also not hurt. Instead of tearing this one down and placing a larger one, we could just have an additional one. The only thing I'm concerned about is the police station is maybe going to run at capacity if we grow the population in this area, but yeah, all of this could be subject to change. Not necessarily a problem. I never noticed that when you scroll this, the graphics change of the prisoners. That's probably not right. So yeah, we'll probably have a few more episodes of this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a Workers and Resources series right after this one. I might just play another game for a while. Relax a little bit. Like, not today, I mean like after the last few episodes. Get a brain cleanse, a refresher. Also a lot more racing happening right now, I assume, because temperatures are nice and low, so sim racing is back on the agenda. But that's a completely different thing than Workers and Resources, so not really, doesn't really need a discussion here, I guess. This road is a little bit too long. I don't even know if we can hook it up nicely here. I mean, we have to probably remove the courthouse, remove the police station, and this whole area should be flattened out. This whole mountain is basically a mess. Maybe start a new settlement. Once we have the extra 3 residential buildings, our population growth will be more than double than what it is now. And then maybe we can set up something new. I don't think it will be necessary, but we'll see. I hope the clinic can keep up with things. It's already getting quite busy in here. And we don't even have a pandemic right now. Congrats on 1000 pop. Thank you, Tillman. Much appreciated. Yes, we have achieved our goal. So the run officially is over, but the rail construction is still ongoing. We need that bridge. We need it. I want to run to the west and see what it looks like. I think we have a reduced number of students now. Well, it says we have 75 at the age of 16 to 21, plus... Well, no, nothing extra. Just 76 students, potential students right now. But it feels like there's way fewer people in the auditorium, so loyalty restrictions... Oh, how are you able to study? Oh, I set it to 25, not 35. Right, 30 is fine. But if you don't finish your studies before the age of 21, then you're gonna get kicked out. Only people who have a loyalty of 35 or larger may continue in the Hall of Residence. I think I'm gonna start the grocer again. Just move some people and meat into here. That'll be fine. Maybe we can have another grocer up here next to the large residential structures. Giving them their own shopping center should be nice. I do wonder if, once we build these buildings, if we have a full number of workers inside the clothing factory after. Hello, Rubber Duck. Thank you very much for the raid. How's the bistro going? Hope it's balancing out a little bit more reasonably now. I just decided to open up the grocery store here in solidarity with the bistro. I was thinking that a grocer should make this more efficient. People who only want food and meat go to the grocer. People who want food, meat, clothing or electronics go to the shopping center. Oh no, you didn't check at the end? Oh man. Wasn't that the most important thing of the run? I don't... Seems kinda... Ah well. Maybe tomorrow we will find out. But yeah, welcome everyone. This is our 10 pop challenge, where we started a run with 10 migrants, and we have reached since then 1,000 citizens. So we got 10 migrants at the beginning, and we have nurtured them into a large, growing, prosperous society in a small town called Lolona, which already has 3 universities. We had to get the medical university to keep our population healthy. We had to get the party HQ to get distribution offices. And we had to get the technical university. Because I wanted something. What did I want with the technical university? It was important. So important so that I already forgot. So... oh yeah, prefab panel buildings, right. 1,000 pop and 3 universities? Yeah, we needed a lot. Like, I needed the medical university to basically repeat that research over and over again. And then keep our population as healthy as possible. I needed... Oh, and the other thing I wanted tree replanting with the technical university. That was the original reason. It was getting annoying replanting our trees manually all the time. And yeah, I wanted the secret police. And distribution officers. Having to manually replant your trees all the time does get quite annoying. So now our logging area just works by itself and I don't have to do anything anymore. Not very profitable, but hey, it's free money. We want to export that stuff to the west. It would give us more money. Not because the US currency's the number is so much higher, but because the currency has so much more value. And we basically have a small industrial-sized rail line here with a few passing lanes, passing tracks. Nothing dramatic. Basically 2 trains running continuously back and forth. Exporting lumber and exporting crops. Nothing else. We have a clothing factory that we are trying to run a little bit faster, and well, trying to get a few more population by more than doubling our population count with the 3 new buildings that are planned out is on the agenda. Building all 3 of them at the same time seems a little bit unreasonable, so we will pause 2 of them and just build 1 for now. I also have to change the floor. I think this looks weird. But yeah, our main goal now is to just continue and finish the rail line, and the bridge is going to take the longest time. Thankfully we have an EDK rail construction vehicle, which will speed things up quite a bit. And after we get to the other side, it should not take too long to get to the border, hopefully. The last section will always take the longest, because distances of travel will be quite far. But we'll see. I am going to move our steel trucks into the construction office, because that will make transporting prefab panels really quick. Alternatively, I could move them in here, so importing will be faster. Maybe that's better. Move those vehicles in here, and you come back out and go in here instead. "27 tons of prefab panel import sounds like a lot. We need a few more resources. Looks like we already saved up the money for the bridge construction. Guess I won't have to micromanage that after all. Guess we can just leave it running and it'll build itself. We did export a little bit of clothing. Bunch of crops, some boards. Is the price of boards going up again? Yep, it's climbing again. Or at least it's trying to. Well, maybe we get a bit extra money for that. I guess I could trigger another research. I guess we could get the pollution monitoring station, maybe. Let me let 2 people in here and trigger the pollution basics research. Doesn't need to go fast. Can take its time. I will keep the grocer in mind in case we need it. Okay, digging out the groundworks of the first prefab panel flat. This house will hold 330 something workers, which is 50% of our current worker count. So we could move a lot of the existing buildings into this and replace all of the flats with prefab panel ones, which I might do for these two buildings next to the university, upgrade those. And then maybe we can leave this area in between here with these two buildings removed as a park area. Maybe. Let me also turn up the imports for the storage. We'll move more resources into our construction storage, just so we have it. Already got a lot of other materials in here. Let me turn it up to 30%. Yep, more bricks please. So once this building finishes construction, we're going to move these two houses into that building, flatten those houses, replace them with more prefab panel buildings of a different variety. I was thinking maybe some of these. I like that one. I think that one would fit like as a replacement. Looks like a brick building. Capacity of 180 workers, also larger than the brick buildings. Only one exit. I think that'll look a little bit more consistent with the large, tall universities that we have here. The other alternative would be one of these. Or maybe two of those. Is it those? I guess so. Two of these buildings would give us a capacity of 225 per building. They're not as tall, I think. We'll see. We'll see what might fit in here. Architecture-wise, I don't make decisions usually based on that, but we'll see. Maybe we can pick something that looks a little bit more appropriate. With the housing facade of the university is giving us some concrete gray that we have to align towards, away from the brick white grayish. The grocer will probably remain here. Don't know if I want a warehouse for some food here. I usually don't like that anymore. Because they have so much trouble restocking that stuff usually. We'll see. Stop with the tutor warnings. Happiness and health still going up. Groundworks are taking quite a while, I have to say. One more gravel delivery and 100 workdays. And they are done. And then we have to spend 1,000 workdays on building up the prefab panel building. This one takes 1,200 work days, these flats. And these ones take the same amount of time, so definitely faster to erect those structures. For sure. Heating capacity wise, we have to be a little bit careful. These ones consume 23 cubic meters of the heat water tank, so 3 of those buildings would actually be too much with our current heat exchanger arrangement. But we do plan to move people into these buildings, so I think we'll be fine. We will have to probably set up another heat exchanger soon. One over here maybe. Okay, that bridge construction will take a long time. It might actually be a good idea to maybe bring more workers over here. Like, we could potentially send all of the workers into that building and still not have enough. But then again, we are also taking from the same workers that are being brought to the heating plant area, since we don't get any foreign workers here anymore. The other alternative would be just taking foreign workers from the border and bringing them to the rail construction office. Which I think is a good idea. Speed things up a little bit. Wait, we made 85,000 last month? How are we getting that much profit now? That can't be right. 76,000 in export. Export? Wait, that's west. Export last month. Okay, crops and clothing and boards, sure. And quarried stone, but let's not talk about that one. That one still needs to be demolished. I mean, it's some income, but I don't know. Feels weird. If it was in range of a repair station, I would keep using it, but this way it has to be manually maintained. These trucks need some repair. Bring the trucks over here. Sorry, remove that again. Bring the trucks over here. Get them repaired and send them back out. Not sure why the grass is showing through that. Prefab panel building construction has started. Just one more delivery of steel and a bunch of prefab panels. And now I wish I had the large trucks inside the construction office, because it would basically be 4 deliveries and we had all the prefab panels we need. Hello Taz. Tuscanity? No? Alright then. If you say so. Good afternoon to you too. Let's put 1 truck in here, speed things up. $27 tons of prefab panels. I was going to say it's not the first time I've heard about grass sticking through a solid object in a video game. Yeah, but it's not a solid object, I guess. It's a ground texture. And the other building hasn't been built yet, so maybe it disappears once the building actually gets constructed. We'll see. I can repaint the ground to maybe fix it a little bit later. One more delivery of prefab panels and we're done. I mean, speaking of things sticking through solid objects, I did report a bug recently about automatic tree replanting messing up with technical services and rail construction offices. So there you go, in regards to objects sticking through other objects. All the other buildings are doing fine, but these two I found to be a little bit weird in that regard. Probably gonna get fixed soon. I guess we're gonna use you for purchases. We have so many open haul trucks in here. We'll be fine. I do have to replace them with more modern ones at some point. Okay, let's finish that building quickly. I want to relocate you and you in there. You have the assignment of bus stop and orphanage, and you have no assignments. So what we are going to do is open up the floodgates of local workers, finish the construction and relocate both buildings in there. Which is gonna make people unhappy, but they're very happy right now, so I think that'll be fine. And then we'll tear down these two buildings and think about what we could place here after that. And then after we have chosen a building or two, we can replace these two and turn this into maybe a park area. Whereas I have not designed a park area yet, so it might be looking something like this. Just no houses around it. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can find a little bit of a thing to turn it into a green space area. Some bushes, some trees. I wouldn't mind placing down park benches actually, but that might be overdoing it a little bit. Alright. And we'll finish the construction, and then about 300 workers relocated into a building that holds more than 300. Only slightly, but it's gonna be enough. I think these quality flats are worse than these ones, but doesn't matter. We can tell them to move in there. They have to. Looks like I cancelled it a little bit too early, so move back in there. Alright, let's go ahead and relocate everyone. Tear down this building. And all of you. And remove that one. And then tell this building to send workers to the orphanage. And if the orphanage is completely filled, send the rest to the bus stop. Happiness has been reduced down to 53, so our 88% happiness went down to 78 because of the relocation. But if they don't have any problems here, that will recover quite quickly. I think I'll just build them their grocer here, that's fine. We're modernizing. We're trying to modernize. Maybe I can put a large football playground here surrounded by a bistro. Don't really have a beach here. One excavator on demolition duty. We might need a proper demolition office at some point, especially when we do 2 demolitions at the same time with only 1 excavator. It's kind of slow. Yeah, that bridge will take the longest time of all. Waste handling is still fine. I mean, I can slowly start filling up the storage with more and more resources. How's our fire station? Fire station is looking quite bad. I would like the fire station to always have enough workers too. So please send workers over there. Distribution office, bringing into our resource storage, we will set that up to 60%. Slowly fill it with more materials. Can't believe money's going up that quickly now. I didn't change anything. Football grounds sound nice. I noticed some pubs in the new building were lacking sport. 5 of them, yeah. I guess maybe the indoor pool is getting a little bit overcrowded because I'm not sending workers here explicitly. So an outdoor football playground could help. I mean, I can also just raise the amount of workers in these facilities, so if people visit here and there's a queue forming, then they will send more staff, I think. I think the game tries to balance the amount of workers. Could also be that they were trying to do something else, like they were going to try and visit culture first and then couldn't get to sport anymore because that didn't get fulfilled. I don't know. We do have a sport opportunity that they can walk to. But yeah, the amount of workers here is not always consistent. Another sports facility should not be a tough thing to add though. Or maybe they visited the basketball and volleyball court and it was just overcrowded and they couldn't actually finish what they were doing. That is the other thing that could have happened. Welcome to X10, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Forgot to say hi. There's some creaking for you. Doesn't change anything, so we'll leave that be. Yep, good afternoon, thank you. Traffic jam in the repair station. Oh yeah, the dump trucks assigned themselves here again for some reason. Okay, I think I need to write that down as a bug report and actually send that in. I don't know how to reproduce it yet, but I have a suspicion. Because I sent that one into the vehicle depot over here, but it assigned itself. Oh, I didn't send it to the vehicle depot. I sent it to end its route in a vehicle depot. So it's basically blocking. We'll see if we can turn that into a bug report to have it be fixed. Well, you're done, so... Oh, you did lose your route. Well, we can assign that again. But we do have to remove the depot. And you will have to get your repairs normally. So I think I know how to reproduce it now. I have to wait for the trucks to be at 50% or higher wear when they're doing their task and then make them end their route in here. But they'll assign themselves for repair but basically end their task inside the repair station. That should be doable. Kind of weird, but it's a very complicated system. Bringing more workers into fewer buildings also helps our secret police do their job, because they have to visit fewer buildings. I don't know if they have to work longer the more people are inside a building. Or if they just have to go to the telephone box in the bottom and just... Doesn't matter how many people there are. Yeah, even our US currency is going up rapidly again. Something happened. I feel like reloading the game changed something. I don't know. I didn't... Oh, it's just the price increase. Maybe it makes that much of a difference. Export. So 15,000. 15, 15, 17, 13, 20. Yeah, we basically... Yeah, we were really low. Then it's started going up again. I don't mind. I thought we were driving down the price of wood and boards quite significantly, but apparently we can still wring a profit from that resource. It's not much more, still 7,000 rubles. It was like at the lowest point I think 6,000 rubles, so it's 1,000 more. Inflation shouldn't have had too much of an impact on that, but you never know. How's the heat exchanger looking? Got 80 cubic meters more. 23. So 3 buildings at most. But we are still relocating population. Lots of complaints about no culture. No one working in here. I guess what we're going to do is we're also going to tell them to work in these buildings. If they don't want to work them correctly, then we'll make them work. They might be... Maybe they just decide to work on the demolition side more, just letting out some anger instead. But we should have the ability to staff enough workers in these buildings so that this doesn't become an issue. I guess what we could build is maybe a Ferris wheel. Might look a little bit weird, but we could try. Put that in a park area. Three more waste pickups from the first residential flat and it's gonna be removed. Then we just have to get rid of the footpaths on this side for now. And think about what building to build. Our grocer has been built as well. We need to deliver some food and meat. Criminal case, serious crime in the flats. Someone was very unhappy apparently. And maybe I also have to relocate the police to get another road connection in through here. Trying to turn this into a high density area after well, without being able to flatten everything is kinda weird. Fire prevention basics, 60% researched. Pollution basics, 30% researched. Population growth, research. I guess we don't need it anymore technically, but we're still gonna go ahead and start it. Put that to 10 workers. Increase the priority, please get the last 3 pickups from that building. I want to remove the footpaths. Can you reach the logging area? No. Okay, I think that's too many workers, but we'll leave it be. We don't have any issues right now. There we go. One more pickup, and then we're done. Okay. The old flats have been removed. One more to go. We'll remove the footpaths and then see what building we can place here instead. I think it will be probably these. They match the height of the university quite nicely. I guess these ones do too. And they have higher quality flats. I guess this building is technically a little bit larger. I guess we're gonna go with this. A little bit more angular. Make it not completely even. A little bit of a curve to those buildings. balconies on that side won't have much to look at, I guess. Waste storage in here. The old one will be removed. This footpath will remain the same. We'll have another footpath cut through here. And these buildings have a heat water capacity of only 11. But then again, they are only half capacity of these ones, so makes sense. I guess we'll leave a little bit of a larger gap in here. The footpath not matching up is a little bit awkward. Do we even want that footpath? I don't know. Footpath that close to balconies seems kind of weird. Okay, no more new residents in these buildings, please. We won't fit all of them into these houses, but we can probably, well, in one house, but we can probably move some of them into this building. Also, the complaints have stopped. Now that we're providing workers to all the other facilities, things are looking okay again. The more people we move into this area, the more we have to worry about water and sewage also. So maybe a proper water system with a sewage discharge into the lake would be a good idea. So we don't have to rely on our technical service bringing water to all these different substations. Since the area is relatively small, I think a water tower would be enough, providing passive water pressure into the area. And all we would need is some purified water, which a water well, maybe in this area, and a water purification plant can provide. And then we pump it in here and just let it flow to wherever it needs to be. A little bit too close. Maybe those footpaths could be better. Oh yeah, we'll do that. I can... I'll do that. One small water well, maybe two in the future. That one will need electricity. But no workers. I guess I don't have to worry too much about water quality anyway. That'll cost some money. And before we hook everything up to the city, we will have to put the sewage system in place, otherwise we're gonna have a very busy sewage truck that is not going to be able to keep up with things. And in the future we might have another water well in this area. But for the start, one will be sufficient. It's only one water well to start out with. And then the sewage system is just going to be getting the sewage into the river. Nothing fancy about that. No water treatment, no nothing. You might get your own sewage discharge if we hook up running water. This is mainly intended for the town. Now, the town is probably built higher than this, but I did not pay attention much to the slope of where the sewage connections are, basically. So what we need to do is get this tool, get the sewage piping hooked up. If I can see the sewage tank. Oh, there's a fire. Okay. Well, that was one of the buildings that we want to tear down fairly soon. Does not have the wear and tear for it right now. Let's get the tool back up. Alright. Sewage pipes. There's one. 25 meters. 28 meters, so that one is higher up. This is all 28 meters, and then it starts going down. So this area is all on top of the mountain, and this is slightly lower. And the sewage piping in the logging area. I do have a sewage pipe here somewhere, right? I must have. Did I not build? Oh, there it is. 22 meters, even lower. So I either have to cut through the mountain a lot, or employ sewage pumping, which I guess is fine. The next episode of a new series, I will have to learn to build a pretty sewage and water network at some point. But not this time. Not this time. So this connection won't work because of the elevation. 31 meters to 20 meters. So we need the largest sewage pump that we can get, basically, to lower this down as much as possible. From here, connection should work, and since the input connection is very low underground, this will also work. Looks like we could have this be... No, it's fine. This is fine. And then I guess these inputs could go over here. If we abide by the slope rules. Is there another sewage pipe somewhere? There's one over here. For that logging area. That one's even higher. So that one could potentially run all the way over here. So I guess we'll merge these two sewage connections into another sewage switch, and then into the other one. And then they're connected to the pump. Big sewage pipe from here over here. And then this one could be fine with just some small pipe, but we'll drop in the medium one. And here the building is in the way. And I think that's all the sewage connections. And then it just has to go all the way down here. Where we could have another sewage switch, 3.6 meters. This is all the same height, so yeah, this will have its own sewage discharge if it ever gets running water. That will be fine. There'll be a bunch of prefab panels for the sewage network. And after that one is in place, we can hook up the water. This still needs to be hooked up. So that gathers up all the sewage. And the water network will be completed after. I mean, we can hook this up already to purify all the water, but the connections of the water pipes to the water tanks has to happen after, as I said. Otherwise we would be generating a lot of sewage that our trucks would not be able to handle. Lots of messages while I was building. Sewage pump will probably consume a lot of electricity. I don't even know what the maximum amount it is that it could consume. Only 200 kilowatts. I thought they would be way more expensive. The water pumps can consume a lot of electricity comparatively. 650, more than 3 times the amount at the highest number. Our building is done. Let's relocate everyone. Flatten you. And these won't all fit in here. Or here. Or here. So we'll have to wait until we get another building. Waste storage linked up in here, connected to these footpaths. I want to get rid of the other footpaths first. Before I make that connection. And I guess you can already build the other house. I think we're building the steel part of the bridge now. Actually, no, we aren't. Still bricks. Then I don't know why our money went down that much. Oh, I guess We are building some of the... No, we're not building the pipes here either. Also, there's a section of pipe here that shouldn't be. And we're building that pipe. So one of them is being built. Let's pause that. Start these. And yeah, start all of this as well. I don't know if we will be able to hook this up to the footpath. We'll have to wait until we can actually make the connection here. Maybe... yeah, we'll have to wait for this one to get removed. Can't check it before then. 26 workers. Looks like we're going to start piling up workers without their own flat, since I don't let them move in here, so they can move in here for the time being until we get our next building. And then we'll relocate them at the same time. And then only have modern ones once we get you removed. I also forgot to check what you were assigned to, so... yeah. That could be a problem. Bus stop, shopping, kindergarten, prison. That sounds important. See what we can figure out for this. Hello Berliners, welcome. Racing happens later today. In about 4 hours. So the stream today might also be a little bit shorter, because I might take a break in between. I'm also thinking of maybe doing some Hearts of Iron 4 instead of Workers and Resources, after we finish our train line. Before I start another challenge, or maybe I'll just do another normal run. I haven't done a normal run in a while. The challenges keep it fresh, I guess. I would like to have another excavator in here. You're done with the repairs, so you can go out again as well. And I guess we have to bring the excavator back soon. I think once the excavator needs repairs again, this area will become obsolete. And we'll tear it down, which only means that we need to tear down this building, basically. And get rid of the gas station. So there was not that much investment. And for 1,000 rubles per month, it's not that bad. It probably pays for itself. 1,100 people indeed. Population still going up. And I don't expect that to change unless I make a mistake. Which can always happen, but you know. That's how it sometimes goes. I wonder if I should make another gravel road here. So we have a curve, and then have large waste storages for these residential buildings as well. Are the new cranes available? No. They were just announced that they would become available at some point. They're being worked on. I assume maybe for version 1.0? I don't know if they have them planned for before that. We'll see. Okay. Prioritize waste pickup from this footpath, please. I want it gone. More western vehicles will be nice. If we don't have road cranes on the west, but we have tower cranes, then that would work as well. Basically, I'm missing road cranes for a start at the western border, and maybe some police cars. I don't know if there are medical vehicles on the west. I mean, a few of them are missing. Ambulances are missing, police cars are missing, road cranes are missing, tower cranes are missing. So, if they can fill out the set of vehicles to a basic amount so that we can start from the western border, that's probably going to be the next thing, right? Ah, come on. You can connect here. Okay, if this footpath wasn't there, it would work. We'll build that then. And place the waste storage after we get rid of this dirt footpath. Don't want to interrupt the construction process right now. But I guess they're building all the other buildings that I set up. Water purification plant should have no problem getting workers here. Well, never mind. It does have a little bit of a problem, so a footpath will be necessary to our residential area at some point, not right now. The sewage piping will have to be dug out and built first. We'll worry about water a little bit later. Since we're not building this right now anyway, I might as well get the waste storage in place. So that's these buildings. These ones are same height. I think these ones are taller. No, also same height. Okay. Well, I would like to have one of these at least. So this is a flat wall. There's the balconies. There's one balcony. This one is basically the side that wants to face the prettiest part of the town, and then this side can face another building, pretty much. Let's get our other structures up first, and maybe clear up this area a bit. Could be a few more workers in here, gotta say. Didn't really give you any assignments. Shopping, kindergartens, well, school shouldn't matter. What else? These ones are all highly educated workers, so you will fill them by yourself anyway. Guess prison and maybe bus stop. People complaining about pub. Pub. What about you? I guess you're dealing with both grocers. Both grocers, the pub, the kindergarten. And that's gonna be your task. We have a full complement of tutors. Stop complaining about me. Can't change it. I'm not gonna build another orphanage. Gotta wait for these footpaths plus this waste storage to come up so we can remove that one. then maybe... A big fountain would be so pompous. This area isn't even flat. Alright, we got the waste storage in place. We can put the footpath back in. So maybe the building construction can happen a little bit faster. Well, at least these balconies have something to look at. And these ones, well, can stare into the technical university. Shopping center, kindergarten, bus stop and prison. Yeah. That one's basically doing a lot of that right now. Money's looking okay again. Maybe it's the frequent steel imports that happen and cost a lot of money. Since we put the large trucks on import, we're basically importing 27-30 tons-ish per truckload, which always costs a lot. But it seems like it lasts quite a while. Reworking this area for a nice park will be interesting. I think I'll leave the statue and try to work the park around it. I might redo these footpaths. I might redo the footpath around this. There might be less symmetry here once we get to this. One excavator here, not doing anything because it needs an open hull truck to be carried over. You are demolition office, you can drive around freely. Water purification plant is up. The delivery of chemicals can be done by the same distribution office as our citizen supplies. It's basically the distribution office of the town. Yeah, we might have to rebuild the police station a little bit somewhere else. I would like to have a road go through here. Crime affecting health a little bit. Scrapyard is not doing anything. Let me set the vehicle replacements. Vehicle age. 23 years old. So we could theoretically replace you before you get more repairs. I guess you're still decent, but we could replace you with a faster vehicle, so let's do that. These buses, this one 33% recently repaired, should probably get replaced as well. We do want a faster one than this. 65 kilometers an hour is not cutting it anymore, but the capacity of 60 workers for a construction office bus is quite reasonable. I think I'm gonna go with the blue ones, 80 kilometers an hour, 55 workers. Slightly larger than these, slightly more capacity than these ones, less speed. And they are distinguishable because they are blue. Well, I guess I could replace our single bus over there. 30% also recently repaired, also fairly old. 3 road trains, not sure if all of them are that old, but they are probably all that old. They're currently busy. Excavator. I would like to go for a road excavator that has decent speed. So these ones, I guess. Half the digging speed. But, well, they don't need to be carried. There are better ones coming. We'll wait. We'll keep ours around for a little bit longer. They can still be repaired up. And here are the open hull trucks. These ones we could go for if we wanted the highest capacity at the highest road speed. But they do take up a lot of space on the road. Yeah, mostly for construction. I think for construction we're gonna go with the MZ504. I don't need to replace all vehicles right now, but most of them are getting to the point where they actually need to be replaced. I like these ones. They're short, don't take up much space, good carrying capacity. But they're quite expensive. Yeah, it's fine. Mixers. Oh, we're just gonna pick T815 for whatever we can. Good Labor Day holiday Monday from Canada. How are the coal mines smelling today? MZ504 open hull might not be able to carry the excavator in CO. Yeah, I do plan to replace those open hull trucks with different. I plan to replace the excavators with ones that can drive themselves, but we don't have the new one yet that I do want. We do have a better paver. That one will have to drive all the way from the western border to this place. We do have different garbage trucks. I could go for a large capacity one, or I could just go for a cheap one. I think in our case, 2 cheap ones will probably be better. And for you, the KMZ Kamaz, just because of the road speed. Open hull refrigerated truck. This one is the one going to the freezer, basically. We don't need a lot of volume, we just need a steady supply of refrigerated goods, so I guess we'll just keep it at what it is right now. Cheap, reliable, seems decent. Water trucks, sewage trucks might become obsolete on the eastern border. And snowplows we already set, and the rest I'll worry about later. I don't have the automatic replacement turned on. Oh, I do have it turned on now. Yeah, we'll keep that turned off for now. Looks like one road crane made it here. We have 2 more. So I guess after you finish the plumbing you will be replaced. Lots of other different construction tasks before the new residential buildings, I guess. I could speed them up, but it is not that urgent, I guess. Metal, scrap, plastic. Maybe I should research recycling. I guess after we get the pollution monitoring station, I'm gonna go down the waste recycling edification for our citizens. Just so they put the garbage into the correct bin. Let's increase the priority on this. Doesn't need much more. One more delivery of gravel and then a few deliveries for the steel and prefab panels. Okay, looks like our excavators are busy again. Mostly digging out piping. But that's okay. Sewage pipes first, water pipes after. Do we have an excavator somewhere? I mean, I can check who can carry it. I think the MZ504 can carry the large vehicles. I think the 504 is basically the replacement vehicle for everything. But not excavators. No, that's who can carry that vehicle. Yeah. MZ504, there it is. So it can be carried. It's basically faster, cheaper. I don't know if the maintenance is more expensive. Even has less engine power, so it consumes less fuel. It's just an all-around upgrade. Road crane, still not done. Try again. There we go. I guess we have to also think about a replacement for our buses, the LUX, which is basically the fast version of carrying 40 workers to and, or in this case 20 workers to and from this area. So this is just going to be replaced by the IKR 256, 40 worker capacity, 100 kilometers an hour. Don't need a Mars 05 bus for these. Just need a few workers in the heating plant area. Yep, that'll be fine. Looks like the groundworks have started. Would be nice if we had an excavator for that. Gotta say. We'll temporarily move the one from the demolition office over, so that it may go into the groundworks of the residential building. And also help with the piping construction. I will have to build another heating pipe, I think. But all we need to do is build another heating pipe between the heat pumping stations. Because this basically supports 2 heating pipes. And then we have double capacity on the heating pipe, and we could hook up another heat pumping station just to this for our new larger residential area. Don't need more heat pumping stations. Groundworks finishing up. Just a few prefab panel buildings, and then we're done. A few prefab panels for those buildings, for that building, and then we're done. In general, we need more prefab panel buildings, that's for sure. But I think with this one we can relocate the other 2 brick buildings to flatten those. And then, well, maybe we don't have enough capacity in that building anymore. At least we can remove that building and then plan out this whole area. I don't know if the school is gonna get relocated too. Still waiting on the waste storage. I will have to make sure that we get a footpath for everything here. I don't know yet. We have the options. Just have to wait and see how everything looks. Get rid of that footpath, get rid of that footpath. That one is 2 footpaths now, I guess. I think I'll leave the statue. I thought maybe I should remove it. Fit it into a new way of how things will look like, but I guess we can leave it. Flat building construction is ongoing. 1 more delivery of steel and 3 deliveries of prefab panels. If we're using the largest trucks, that is. But we're not. I moved the largest trucks into resource transportation from the customs house, which is a little bit more efficient, because it means fewer vehicles going in and out of the customs house. Harvest season is upon us. Getting all the crops in, earning us a little bit extra money. Okay, police station. We will send some workers to you, so I still think that that police station is sufficiently staffed. It's just we're not filling it with enough workers. So hopefully that has changed now. And we can finish all the cases. Or at least those that are very likely to be solved. So these ones probably not, but everything else should be doable. You are going to be replaced by this building. Prison, kindergarten. We already have these on a different building. Shopping center, bus stop, yeah. You all go here. And this will all accept your workers. Looks like the footpath demolition is already done. Okay, all resources present. Just build your new house and then we're done. Also waiting on the waste storage so that we can remove this. I want to put a little bit of asymmetry in here. That's why these ones are not perfectly aligned. These ones are slightly sloping down this way. So there's a little bit of a triangle here, which might look a little bit annoying. Hopefully it won't be too much. Finishing up the footpath here. Okay. That building construction is nice and quick. 25 workers. The road crane supports, I think, 20. I also want to migrate to tower cranes at some point. I miss the view of tower cranes towering over the building constructions. Okay. No more people moving into this building. All of them will be relocated. In here. And this one will be demolished. And these flats will currently not get any assignments until something falls over and we need to fix something. But for the time being, we will leave it be. Get these. Oh, okay, that footpath should remain. But these ones can go. We need our excavator back to make the demolition happen at a reason. Okay, it's only 44 days, even with workers. That's a very low amount of time to demolish this, I guess. Would have assumed that the building demolition took a little bit more time. And I guess one more flat and then we have all of our citizens relocated into different buildings. Okay, this one has no real balconies, but, well, there are balconies and on all sides, so what if I put you here? That would leave a gap in between these buildings. I think this is probably better. Then we have another waste storage over here. Oh, sewage piping is slowly being built. Got all of it hooked up over here already. The path to the sewage discharge is also being dug out. Sewage discharge itself has been built. So it's progressing. I guess I don't need a excavator if the demolition works that fast anyway. Then the time of the demolition will be better spent using workers, and we use our excavators for digging up the dirt to lay down the pipes that are a little bit more important right now. I guess I'll put a heat pumping station right in between this residential area. So we have one over here, then one right next to the residential area over here. There's not going to be a warehouse next to the grocer, so that's fine. Well, we'll have some overlapping heating pipes, I guess. This has not been planned in advance. Don't build that heating pipe just yet. Or the heat exchanger. We'll see when we need it. It could be in the way of... No, it's not in the way of footpaths. That is fine. That's too close. No, it's not. Never mind. That's perfect. And then you over here probably somehow. And then we'll try to work this into the park area. With some trees. Serious infection, severe health complications, highly infectious, many citizens may be infected, and we expect a long duration. Well, our clinic is set to the maximum capacity, I can't do anything else. And I don't think we need anything larger than a clinic for this area. Maybe I should use more curve in the footpaths. Trying to make something look a little bit appealing by having like curved footpaths go through this rather than a straight footpath. These footpaths aren't done yet. I don't know. I'll have to wait for the area to be freed up. I mean, there is still the football playground that needs to be here. Need to flatten this area a bit for that. Yeah, that'll put it a little bit tight with the space in this area, but I think it's going to be doable. I think we'll get a footpath over here first, maybe hooking up to this. And we can maybe remove this with this football playground, putting another one in its place, and also lowering this area. I kind of want to rebuild and relocate the police station now. Maybe even a large police station, but it seems like with the loyalty that we have and the productivity, the police station is running quite well. Courthouse could maybe have a few extra workers. But only because we basically bunched up a bunch of cases in the police station and didn't take care of them fast enough. Bridge construction still ongoing with the pillar construction. 133 tons of bricks left. After which we will have to build the steel truss bridge on top. And then the rail line over it as well. Still assuming that is going to be the task that will take the longest. Excavators are all still busy, and the game just crashed. Oh, let's see how much we lost. Last autosave, 4 minutes ago. Great. Now that I look at that again, that doesn't look too terrible. But I do want the football playground in this place, so I don't know. We'll leave the plan B for now and see if we make an adjustment or not. So what I did was I had the average tool for the terrain and I pressed F3 and it suddenly crashed. I'm not sure if that was the reason. Probably not. Let's increase the priority to the footpath for the last residential building here. I mean, you're gonna have your view taken away from you, but I think that's the right place to build it. And what view are you losing? That view. So, not a great loss, I guess. Guess we could also build this one first. Okay, I mean, looks like our money on the western border is recovering nicely. We don't have those 4,000 US dollars per month anymore, but it did go up quite a bit. Whenever the price for boards goes up, we do make bank. Looks like our dump trucks are all busy hauling gravel to the pipe construction. Pipe excavation. 67 tons left. 6.8 tons left, almost done. Well, it's progressing. Progress is being made. Gravel storage is a little bit empty. I guess now that we don't have any worker pickups from the customs house anymore, I guess we could make the gravel storage obsolete and just pick up all the gravel from the customs house again. But I do like having the storage here. It's just that maybe one truck trying to keep the storage filled is a little bit too low. Not enough. But then again, we are doing a lot of construction work at the same time right now, draining a lot of resources at the same time. I will have to load the original save game from today and try and recreate the issue over here for a bug report. But yeah, I think today is gonna be a short day, so I'm going to put a cut in here and I'm going to take a break before my race happens. I will forward you to Satelier if you want to stick around for a raid. If not, I will wish you all the best. Have a good start to your week. Take care. All the best, as I said. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.